Here we are again, folks. Late Saturday evening at the Dude Abides workshop. You can see I've got the Craftsman inside and hanging up by the front winch because we got bad news. Our dear friend, the starter, has taken a poop. And that's no good for us. And I'm really cheap. Kind of broke right now. It being the holidays and everything. I don't have the money to buy another starter. But I might have to do more plowing or more work with this baby. Or more pleasure. Who knows? So, instead of buying a starter and putting it on this old engine, we're going to come over here and do what I got to do. This is a 15 horse Briggs single that ran when we took it off the tractor. The coil had gone bad, but it did run at the time. We're going to put it on that over there. Alright, folks. Well, I didn't get a lot of it on film, but we're back. And we've got our new motor installed. Here's our old piece of junk sitting on the ground. It still ran, wasn't getting spark, and the starter took a poop, so I just decided to get rid of that engine because I didn't feel like spending the money, and I'm Jewish and cheap, and yeah, we already had this engine with a good starter on it, so we went ahead and it needed a carburetor. We slapped a carb on it off of a motor that we blew up, and it needs exhaust. But long story short, I got it fired up. Ran it for just a couple of seconds since there's no exhaust, and just wanted to make sure she was going to run. This motor's been sitting outside on the ground for over a year or so now, or at least it's just been sitting outside not happy. So anyways, it's running. We're going to do some exhaust work and you know, some fine tuning. Get her put back together, and hopefully the Craftsman will be back up and running. We'll have to come up with a good name for it. At first I was thinking the Big Howie Maui, or the Big Maui Howie, but I can't settle on a name. I liked that at first because it reminds me of my grandpa. It's my grandpa's name, and he passed on. But the more I look at it, the more I'm thinking I want to call it Phantom. The Phantom 309. Big Joe, Phantom 309. Anyways, that's it for tonight. I'll get some more footage of it up and running here soon enough. The beauty is we got one more horsepower than before, and we've got one less piston. So, a little more power, a little less weight, good for you. For the fun of it, this had a big fake facade engine cover on it that said Vanguard 15 horse, but I'm going to put this Craftsman 12 horse cover on it just to fuck with people. And anyways, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. I'll be back with more footage here in a bit. Well, good day, folks. Another day here at the shop, Dude Abides World, and we're going to be finishing up the tractor. Had to do an engine swap. Got quite a bit. Oh, that's fun. Got quite a bit of work done on it over the weekend. Swapped engines because I didn't have a starter for that twin cylinder, and I am too cheap and too impatient to order one. And I had this engine already out laying on the ground just waiting to be put to good use. So we swapped her in, and we're just finishing up the wiring and things, getting ready to do the exhaust. Might have seen I've got it tacked up, and we've got it over here in the bench. We're going to do a little modification. It was once dual exhaust because of that twin cylinder, but now we had to refabricate everything, and you can see coming down we got quite a few Frankenstein-y joints to make it all work. But we're going to clean all that up, make it look nice, get it all nice and sealed up. Might even throw some header tape on this thing eventually. We'll see. But I'm going to cut out my washer here in the end that has my little silencer core that I made. And I think we're going to drill a few more holes in our little baffle core that we made. I don't think we got enough holes in it. So we're going to grind those welds off and pull it out. And drill a few more holes and see if we get a little bit better sound and better exhaust flow. Don't want to be too restrictive. But I'll bring you back when we've got all the welding done and completed and you can see what it looks like. Plenty of videos out there on making exhaust and whatnot. I don't really need to show you guys how to do that. Plenty, like I said, plenty of stuff out there on how to make your own exhaust. We'll be back when the exhaust is done. You'll see how it is, and hopefully we'll be ripping again because we got winter coming. And she's here, been here for a while, and yeah, we want to be able to run the plow, and you can't do that with an engine that doesn't start. So we got this puppy ripping. Hell, for the poops and giggles of it, we'll fire it up for you so you can hear how obnoxious this bad boy is without an exhaust pipe. Pretty fun, actually. Oop. See if I can get some flames out of there for you. She's a little cold-blooded. Woo! Yeah, she's a ripper, all right. I think she's going to do good. We got one more horse than we did in the twin cylinder, and a lot more availability in parts. This old early 90s Craftsman just doesn't have the gumption. Even when it was starting properly, yeah, a little bit behind the times. So, anyways, we'll be back, and thanks for staying tuned. Alright, well, we're back. It's been a long couple days, but we've got the tractor fixed. Engine is swapped, and it runs. I know, she's not the prettiest under here, but we were in kind of a hurry. We had to do a mod to flow the fuel. Used to have a fuel pump for the carburetor because the gas tank's back here, but I didn't want to do that again, or it didn't work for this setup. So what I did is I used the crankcase pressure coming from the engine to blow through this tube and into my gas tank here. And it's still vented, as you can see, but it provides just enough pressure to force that fuel into the filter and keep the bad boy running. I'll show you our exhaust. There's our hanger, and we did a custom little tip. That was actually a bearing, part of a bearing for rear axle wheel bearing on a truck, but makes a good muffler tip. Anyways, I'll fire it up real quick so you can hear what she sounds like. Woo! Backfire! Sounds pretty good, I think. That'll do the job, and as you can see, it's starting to get nasty. So it's just in time to get her back home and get the plow put on it and ready for the storm. Thanks for watching and sticking with me. I know these videos aren't the best quality, but you know, that's what happens when you're just starting out and you're just learning the ropes. So thanks again, and stay tuned for more mods and crazy things in the future.